So you are a police officer?
Yes, sir.
And you've been doing that for how long?
23 years now.
Really?
Yes, sir.
23 years?
Actually joined 2001 September, 1st September.
That's going to be 24 years this year?
Yes, this year, 24 years this year.
Amazing, amazing.
Yes,
so God strengthen you.
Yes,
now, I'd like for you to start your story from the most convenient spot, but I want to help kick you in, if you won't mind. Now, I want you to talk about your early days, your mom particularly, the events leading to what happened to her. Start from that particularly.
Okay, all right. I am the fourth child in 7 children, and happens to be the only girl. And I was loved and pampered. And on this very day, my mom wanted to go to the market to get provisions for my elder brother, actually our first son, who was to return back to school. And on that morning, she prepared. It was on a Sunday, and we were about to go to church. And I was like, Mommy, I need offering. And she said, next Sunday, I'll give you an offering. So she left for that market, and she never came back because the vehicle she entered got an accident, and she died. Instantly, she died. She died on that accident.
Where did this happen?
It happened in Georgetown. And anyone that was in Jos in 1992, May 31st, will remember that accident. They call that the name of the bus, just like we call El-Rufai here. The name of the bus was Ashara bus. Nobody in Jos at that time that will not remember
Ashara bus.
Yes, Ashara bus. The bus conveys barrack people from the barrack to terminus and to Gadabil, to the town, to the city. So that was what happened.
Was she the only one that died in the bus?
No. So many people died because it was on a Sunday. So there were people that worships in the town. So we had father, mother, children dying on that bus. And my mom was with her friend, but got so kind. Her friend didn't die. And she was the one that actually related what my mom was saying to my elder brother. Was like, take care of my children, especially her twins that were just 5 years plus, our last born. So she was like, take care of my children. Please don't make them suffer whatsoever that transpired to you in this life. Make sure you take care of those twins.
So it went from preparing for Sunday service, where she was just to get to the market quickly, get something for her son, to never return.
She never returned.
And they came to break this news.
In fact, nobody even broke the news to us. What happened was that there was heavy rain that Sunday, and 2 women that were going for their tribal meeting branched to our house because of the rain. And they were like, where is Mama Div? Because that's what they call her. So we said, and she went to terminus, and the 2 of them just looked at themselves and they said, where is our dad? And we said, our dad is inside the room because he just came back from night duty, and they said they want to see him. And they said, did Mama Div went to terminus? They said yes. So they excused all of us, and probably that was when they told him that Ashara has gotten an accident and so many people had died. So that was when my dad and our first son went. So it was when they came back, long after everything, that we had the story that my dad had to know my mom's dead body through her toes, because the dead bodies were heaped on a truck. So it was through my mom's toes that my dad had to know that my mom was in that accident. So it was a lot for us. I was just 13 plus and in JSS2, going to JSS3 then. So it was a lot for us. My eldest son was just 20, and he was also in secondary school. And my mom's last babies, the twins, 2 boys, were just 5 years going to 6 years. So it was a lot for us.
A son that she was going to get things for, hope he was able to forgive himself.
I must confess that till now he still hold that against himself. He still held that against himself.
It wasn't his fault. So when the time of a man has come, the time has come. Now, from that day, what happened afterwards? So after that, we kept on going to school until a time that I didn't know what happened to me. I just left home. Honestly, I can't place it. I left home, and on that very night, the first day I left home, I entered into vehicle and I wandered, towards that is just sitting. That's after that event? Yes, after that event. And that night, I was like, okay, the best place for me to get protection was at the police station. Why did you leave the house? I don't know. I can't That's tell. After they broke to you that your mom died? Yes, after we've gone for the burial and we're back. After we've buried my mom and we're back. She died at what age? My mom died at 36, very young. Yes, she died at 36. So I left home, and when I left, they were looking for me, not knowing that I was around Bukuru. Good, that's the name. I was trying to get the name. I was around Bukuru. So, and I was like, okay, let me go to the police station and sleep. And I got there, and they asked me, where are you coming from? I just said some things. I can't even place it, but I knew that at night, a policeman came to me and was like, you can't sleep here, the cold. At the station? Yes, at the station. And there was cold indeed. And he said, let me help you. So he took me to the house, and I found that his house, I found out that he was alone. And I became scared. And as we were sleeping, he tried to sleep with me. He tried to rape me. That's the word. So I struggled. He was bigger than me because I was very tiny. I was very small. So I was screaming, and it was a compound. I was screaming, and probably he was afraid that people would come, and he left me. And very early in the morning, he was like, get out from the house. I left, and I kept on wandering until one of my teachers saw me and took me
and I stayed in his house for some days. Finally, he took me back to my parents.
You never met that police officer?
No, I never met him. I never met him again. Never met him.
So from that moment?
So from that moment, my dad had to retire because he was a combatant. Yes, he had to retire to take care of his children. So he had to go back to my village in Kogi State. So we went back to the village and I started school. Everything was going on fine for me until we visited my auntie, my only surviving auntie at a village called Pada.
Why is she the only surviving auntie?
She was the only person, because every other person had died, my mother's siblings.
Then something might be deep there.
Yes, every other person had died. She was the only surviving auntie.
And they were dying around what age?
I can't really tell because we're not in the village. We're not in the village, but I knew that they were not old.
This auntie, she's still alive?
Yes, she's still alive.
Awesome.
Yes, she's
born again Christian?
No, she's not. I don't know. I know she goes to church. I know she goes to church, yes.
So you went to visit her?
Yes. So we went to visit her, and that was where I met this guy that went to Polytechnic in Barkiladi.
How old were you then?
I was 17.
17?
Yes, I was 17. So I met with that guy, and we started talking.
Yeah.
And I got to like him because I felt that it was coming from where I'm coming. So on this day, he invited me to his room, and I won't say he forced me. He slept with me, and that was...
You slept with each other?
Yes. So that was the first day I will actually have sex. That was the first day. So I don't even
You were both in love?
Yes. I developed a likeness for him. I wouldn't say I understood what was really falling in love, but I developed a likeness for him. So after that, I left the house, and the mom was watching me. She watched the blood, and that his mom seeing me that night was what will save me in years to come. When I told him that I was pregnant and he denied the pregnancy, and his mom was like, "You can't deny this pregnancy. I saw Patience the day she left. I saw her the day she left, and she had blood. So you are the one that is virgin to this girl. So you can't deny this pregnancy."
How old was he then?
I can't really place.
Was he much older than you?
Yes, he was older than me, but not. But I know that he will be more than 20 then.
You were like 21?
Yes, he'll be more than 20.
So you were both young?
Yes, we were both very, very young.
Were you in school then?
Yes, I was in SS2 and already the head girl of my school.
My God.
The acting head girl
of the school.
Yes, sir. Already acting head girl of my school.
You found out while you were in secondary school?
Yes, sir.
That you were pregnant?
That I was pregnant. And he denied the pregnancy. So it wasn't easy for me. The pregnancy wasn't easy. My dad was harsh because my dad wanted me to become a nurse so that I would take care of him at his old age, but that didn't happen, and it was pain. He was very pained. So the maltreatment started. He asked me to fetch 2 drums of water in the house from a very deep well, and we asked those twins, my brothers, to waste the water so that I would fetch it the next day. When my dad found out that I was pregnant, because I didn't know I was pregnant, maybe he saw my breast bulging or something, and he asked me, "Am I pregnant?" I said, "No, I'm not pregnant. How will I be pregnant?" So he took me to a hospital where the tests were conducted, and the doctor told me that, "Come, you are pregnant. Are you in school?" And I said, "Yes, I was in school, and I'm even the acting head girl of my school." And he said, "Come, I can abort this pregnancy for you."
Who said that?
The doctor. The doctor said that. He said, "Don't you want to continue your school?" I said, "No, I won't do that." I was afraid, not because I knew God, but because I didn't want to die. I've watched movies where girls go to do abortions and they die. Yes. So I didn't want to do. And he came back to my dad and told my dad that I was pregnant. And that was how we went back home. And my dad was not happy with me. He felt sad. And everything, the love, the pampering I had from him.
He wept?
Yes, he did. He did. Even myself, I wept when I knew that I was pregnant because I wanted to go to school. So that was what happened. Did the
pregnancy stop your schooling?
No, the pregnancy did not stop my school because when my dad didn't stop the maltreatment, I had to leave to my auntie's place where I had my child. And after having the child, I had to come back to my village. So when I got back to the village, I was like, "Patience, I don't want to be like this ordinary village girl," because there were so many of them. There were many of them that were pregnant, they had their children, and they stopped school and they were living the normal life.
So this is like the kind of situation you see in the village.
Yes, sir.
Young ladies, teenage pregnancy, and that's it. And before you know it, they are counting 2 children, 3 children, 4 children.
Exactly, sir.
You knew, even though you were pregnant and you were young, that you will never be anything like them.
Exactly. I knew that thing was in my mind, bulging all the time. That Patience, you can't be like this. Yes, and sir, I forgot something. While I was pregnant, I became like the talk of the town.
Yeah.
Probably because I didn't have anyone to stand for me. I was not having a mom.
Yeah.
So there was no one to stand for me. And I remember saying a word. I said it was like maybe from pain. I didn't even take cognizance of that until after some years I started praying again for my village. I said, "For every laughter they have done for me because I'm pregnant and nobody to help me, girls will get pregnant in this village in 13 years. Girls will get pregnant in this village in 14 years. And it happened. And when it started happening, I felt bad. And I started praying again that, "God, please."
You felt it was your curse that was responsible for that?
Yes.
Why didn't you think it's the societal culture?
I didn't even talk of that. I just felt that it was what
Do you still feel it was what you said now?
With what I know now, I don't feel that.
Because the guilt might be quite much for you to bear.
Yes. With what I know now, at least I've listened to Church Hurt and so Gilead and so many messages. So with what I know now, I don't feel that. So I came back, and that's not so much. But my dad was like, he severed every relationship with me. So there was nobody to tell I want to go to school. How do I get the money to go back to school? So I devised a means. I went to the filling station in my village. I'll collect kerosene, collect fuel, sell. And that helped me, but that was not enough. I started frying gari. I'll go to the farm. I'll talk to the farm owner. Please, I need cassava. I don't have money. When I'm done, I'll pay. So they'll give me a little portion. I'll do that. And I didn't have the luxury of asking somebody to dig cassava for me. So I'll go to dig by myself. I'll pack for myself, and I'll peel for myself, and I'll grind and jack it.
Now, because I understand the process of cassava plantation, the cutting, the grinding, the pressing to demoisturize it, you were doing all this by yourself?
All by myself, sir.
To sell?
Yes, sir. All by myself.
What are you going to do with the money?
So that I'll go back to school, so that I'll pay my school fees and how to do other things and to take care of my daughter. Because we severed relationship. My dad had gotten married then, so it wasn't easy. The father denied the pregnancy, even though the mother stood by me. That
still did?
Yes. The mother is also late. The mother is late.
Did he ever at any point return to accept?
No, he never accepted. But the elder brother did accept.
Do you know him? Do you still know him?
Yes, I know him. He also lives in Abuja here.
Does he see his daughter?
Yes, he sees. Just yesterday, she went New Year Day, right? On 1st, she went there.
Has he accepted her now as his daughter?
Of course, yes, he has.
Do they look alike?
Yes. They do. Even though she looks more like my mom and myself.
Have you forgiven him?
Yes, I have. I have forgiven. I have.
What did it take you to forgive him?
Wow, it took me a lot. Because the first pregnancy didn't just stop there. When I couldn't go on with the maltreatment of my stepmom, after having that baby, I was working somewhere. I was paid 2,000 naira.
Yeah.
But I found out that it wasn't enough for I and my siblings, the younger ones, because the one in front of me were all in school, in boarding schools.
Yes.
So not in boarding school now, they were in universities because they've done.
Yeah.
Yes. So my stepmom, we had to cook 2 pots of food, one for I and my younger ones, and the other for she and my dad.
I suppose the richer one for sure.
Yes, sir. So I had this that same thing that pushed me to school was still coming back. Patience, you can't stay in this village. You have to look for something. So I had to come to Abuja. I came to Abuja 99, and I came to a family friend when we were in Jos. They were a family friend. His elder sister was married to a major, and she was my personal nurse who took care of me. So I had to go to his place. I was staying with him. But after some days, he started sleeping with me. He started molesting me.
Who is that?
That family friend that I came to Abuja to stay with. Yes. Because I ran away from home because I felt this maltreatment. Let me go. I am made for more. I'll have something better where I'm going to. So he started sleeping with me, and I had no choice. Because I didn't want to go back home.
You had no choice than to cooperate.
Yes. So I wanted to look for something. No, I think no. Then he had not gotten married yet, but now he's married with kids. So I was looking for work. I was going to schools. I was going to anywhere, cleaner. I had not gotten job yet. So at that time, I said, okay, since this man is sleeping with me, his elder brother is somewhere around Niger State, very close. That is the boundary of Abuja. So let me go. He's married. So let me go to them. I know I will have safety here. So when I got there, I saw that I didn't have safety there also. Any opportunity he have, even if the wife sends me to get something, even if it is in the next room, any opportunity he has, he will touch my breast. Any opportunity he has, he will just touch me. He will just drag me and hold me and kiss me. Say, you're a beautiful girl. I love you. I like you. I'll push him. So every opportunity, I was molested in that house. And I was like, God.
The fellow molesting you, was he aware that you had a child?
Yes, he knew it. I was with the child there.
The child was with you in the house?
Yes, the child was with me there. The child was with me at the house. So every opportunity he has, if the wife goes to school or go to her working place, he will molest me.
Why didn't you leave?
So I didn't want to go back home because I felt home was not better for me. Let me just stay and look for something I would do.
Did you tell the wife?
No, I didn't tell anybody.
Is she? Where is
she? The husband is late, but the wife is alive.
The man is late.
Yes, the man is late. And my elder brother dragged me because we are family friends. We are more like bloodly related because we stayed for a long time. We went for the burial, and I was crying profusely in that burial. And people felt that I was crying for the dead, but I was crying for the pain that I never came to reconcile, to say I forgive you or something.
Wow.
I was crying for that. And even up to an extent, because even at that time that those things were happening, I just felt that I was at fault. Why will I go to this place, I'll be molested, and I go to the next place, I am molested. I don't have peace in my home. So I just felt that maybe something is following you, or maybe you are not doing. Yes, maybe something is wrong with me. So I never took it as if it was their fault. So that was how I left his place to my auntie's place in Abuja. And when I was at my auntie's place, my cousin rather, but because she's much more older than me, we call her auntie. I found out that when people come from her working place, they will also want to touch me and Like, so it was, I got to understand that it's like she was collecting something from them in exchange for them to come and have free, because she had never stopped anybody from touching me or something.
Were they doing that in her presence?
Yes, they do at her presence. So I had to run again from there when I found out that the elder brother of the person that pregnanted me was in Abuja. So I found my place my way to his place. Yes. So I got to his place, and he's such a nice man. He's such a good person. So he helped me. I was with their baby, with my child. So he really protected me. He helped me, and he too then he was at the verge of a breakdown. He lost his business to scammers, and but he was going to dig foundation for 400 naira per meters, and he will come, whatsoever he made for that day, he will give to me, and I'll go make food and we'll eat. And that was when his brother came. And that was why I went through all this story, so that I will go back.
Yes.
Because you asked a question that, as at what point did I forgive his brother?
Yes.
A lot happened after the first pregnancy that I had. So that was when his brother came and started professing love for me again.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
He came and started professing love. He liked me, he loved me. Now that I'm with his brother, we can make amends, and we started sleeping with each other again. And then because people who don't even profess love for me has slept with me, I felt that this one already have his child, and he's even telling me that he loves me. So why not? So I got pregnant for the second time.
Again? Yes. For him?
I got pregnant first. But when he came back from school, because he was still in school in Bukuru in Jos. So when he came back
in school the first time?
Yes.
Still in school the second time?
Yes, he was still in school. So I think then he went back for his HND.
Okay.
Yes, he went back for his HND. So when he came back this time, and I told him I was pregnant, he said, over his dead body, that I will suffer if I don't abort this pregnancy. I am going to suffer.
He denied it again?
He denied it again. So his brother said, I should not mind him. He is going to my village. So it happens that one of my auntie is married to somebody that is related to them.
Yes.
In my village.
Yes.
So the elder brother now called that woman and said, Patience is pregnant too, and we are coming to do the things. So he called me aside. He said he has heard his brother calling the village that we are coming to do things. You will suffer if you don't come and follow me. So I followed him. And we went and we aborted the pregnancy.
You did?
Yes, I did. So we came back. When we came back, the brother now, I told the brother, I said, that pregnancy I've aborted it. The brother was angry. He said, why did you abort it? I said, but it's not you I'm going to get married to. It's your brother. And he has said, I was going to suffer. So.
Did he promise you that if you abort it, both of you, the relationship between both of you can work?
No. He never promised me that. He just said, if I keep the pregnancy,
you will really suffer.
That I will really suffer. So that was just what he told me, and I followed him and aborted the pregnancy. So fast forward to where I came back, and I was not happy to stay there again, because the relationship with the elder brother was somehow was somehow now, yes. So there was somebody in my village that already lives in Abuja. He has a house in Abuja, but he was living in the village. So when he heard that I was in Abuja, he was like, okay, I will help him to be supervising the house he's building. So I relocated to that place. So I was helping him to check the house. So I was like, okay, I can't stay like this. Okay, it was when I came to that village, I saw that there was a Friday market.
Yeah.
So I went to that market, and I saw that there was no gari, fish. So it was that man that gave me money. I started going to my village to bring gari and fish to sell in that market. So I was selling gari and fish in that market before. I had a very small radio where I hear news. So I heard on that radio that the Nigerian police wanted to recruit. Yeah, so that was the year 2000. So I dusted my secondary school certificate.
Yep.
Yes, and I applied. I applied. I went in person, because we were supposed to go in person at the command headquarters in Abuja. So I joined the line. I was very tiny, I was small, and at the end of the day, 2001, the results came out. So even when the results came out, I was at the market. I never knew that the results came out in August. So the people left in August, and that is why.
You found out in what month?
I found out in September. No, I found out late August. They had already gone.
My God.
Yes, they're already gone, and that is why anytime I look to my life, I know that I'm a product of God's mercy. I can't but understand that it's God's mercy that has kept me and brought me this far. So there's a guy that we wrote that exam together. So he ran to the market. He said, I went to the command, your name is out, and August had gone. But as God will have it, there was a lady that a policeman was visiting in my compound. So that man now helped me, and I joined September intake. So that was how I joined. I got into the police force. So I went into the police force, and I came out, and I was sent back to my state. I was sent back to my state.
No, but not your village?
No, not my village. Not my village. Somewhere very far away from my village. So that same man that helped me said, no, I can't work in Kogi. So he now effected my transfer, helped me back to Abuja. Yes. And actually, my first point of call is Lube division here.
Wow.
Yes, that I worked. So I was placed at the traffic division, and that same man came to meet my DP and said, no, this girl, she's very intelligent. You can't put her at the traffic division. So I was posted to the crime branch. That was where I started my job, and it has been all messy.
Are you still at the crime branch now?
No, I'm not.
I've
scaled different branches like that.
You got married?
Yes, before I got married, I got into a relationship while I was still in training.
to a
police
man.
Training.
Yes, while I was still in police training.
A fellow police officer?
No, not a fellow police officer. I was going to my village and he gave me a lift. And when he asked, yes, where was I from? I said I was from police college. And he said, he's this conventional police of those days. So, and when I told him I was going to see my daughter in the village, so he got interested because he's been married for some time without children. But later I got to understand that he had children from another woman before he got married.
To the wife?
Yes, to the wife, and I stayed for 14 years without a child. So he got interested in me and we started a relationship.